Canada's Vape Expo is essentially a trade show, consumer and business driven. We have separate days for each, and then we blow them all together on Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. We try to keep it a nice mix of actual business and advocacy as much as we can. We feel that we're setting the bar. We've been encouraged by, Phil, Dimitri, other people that attend shows that we are the bar for keeping out targeting children, copyright infringement, intellectual property infringement. We feel that at this time we're under such scrutiny from, government and like David was saying earlier, the public itself, that we really don't want to be caught in a bad light.
I'm just curious, do you think Vapers, the general vapor in Canada, knows enough about what the regulations?
I don't think a lot of them are aware enough about what's going on. They know that the regulations are being applied. Not enough people are reading up on it and actually being familiarized on what's being taken away in a lot of these regulations that are going to be applied. And the way that they're stomping on vaping and the way people aren't actually familiar with it, they need to wake up. They need to read a little more into it and get familiar with what's going on.
Who or what is or are the enemy of vaping?
The people that are uneducated about it, in my opinion. If they were more educated about it and more aware of it, more open, then they'd be more willing to actually just say, hey, it's not that bad and leave it alone, or join the fight and say, hey, leave it to the vapers to make that ultimate decision on what's an actual harm reduction product.
So how hopeful are you that vaping is going to be secured in Canada?
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
How much do you understand about the regulations that have been proposed in Canada?
I understand quite a bit. I feel there's a lot changing all the time, so it's hard to keep up to date with everything. But we are a member of the CVA, so we do want to take our part and support, our industry, of course, right?
How important is that for the industry?
Very important, right? Because we can't determine the longevity of this industry, right? Without the regulations or what the government's doing, because, for all we know, they can shut it down and then we're all out jobs.
From what you understand of Bill S5, are you hopeful?
I'm hoping it's fair. I mean, I would obviously want it to be fair. I don't want anything taxed too much where people are turned away and they're turned back to smoking. I truly believe this is helping people, quit the habit. So many people have quit. Like my partner, we got into it from me helping him quit smoking, and he turned to this and it worked for him. So my biggest thing is getting people off cigarettes.
Worldwide, it's about a $6 billion industry right now, and so if the projected growth is expected to be the same next year, it's going to be 12, and the year after that, 24, and so, and it's expected to overtake the tobacco market by 2025.
Is vaping now too big to fail?
It's not too big to fail. They could still mess with it. However, too many people know about it, and too many people have quit. And as anybody knows, the vapors are very loud and obnoxious about how much of a godsend this is. And if anybody has quit after 40 years of not smoking, they're going to be a very vocal advocate towards it. And too many people have quit already in Canada, and so you cannot be squashed. You cannot demonize vaping the way you could maybe 3-4 years ago. You cannot cast doubt with bogus studies anymore. 90% of our new customers are not from advertising, they're from referrals. So people who've quit, they're now bring their cousins, their roommates. They're saying, thank you so much for helping me quit. Here's my cousin, help him out as well. And so, that's the case with every one of the vendors here.
Are you familiar with the fact that the federal government has the new Bill S5 out there that is would go into effect? And there's some issues around flavors.
I have heard about that, yeah.
What have you heard?
Just like same as what the Americans have been trying to do to try to get rid of flavors.
So how would that impact you?
It would probably make most juices taste horrible and wouldn't touch them.
So would that mean you'd be back to smoking?
I'd like to say no, but chances are probably yes.
So overall, how does it make you feel having government stepping in here?
I'm not happy.
Are companies in Canada in the vaping industry, are they doing enough?
I hope so. I would like to say yes. I feel like we're coming together and we're trying to make it work, trying to bring awareness and, make it known that we are trying to make this, we want to make it fair for everyone. We want the government to allow us to be doing this.
So you were talking about our coverage.
Yeah, like I myself, I work in a vape shop in a small town in Ontario in the Tobacco Belt. A lot of our customers come in and mention your name. Have you seen this? Have you seen that? Of course, I have, working at the shop, but I just want to take the time, thank you. Not just from me, but from my customers and the vape community as a whole.
Well, it's good to know that people are watching.
Yes. Oh, by all means. And if they're not watching, heck, I share your stuff and make them watch.
In Canada here with Bill S5,
yes.
What are your thoughts about that?
My thoughts are, in all honesty, yes, we do need regulations. It can't be a Wild West scenario, but in my opinion, a lot of the regulations that have been proposed are a little too harsh. I get it, flavors entice kids, whatever. But at the same time, what about the argument of, birthday cake vodka? Stuff like that, how can they have flavors that can entice the children into the liquor store, but we have to have tobacco because it's vaping, it's big tobacco scared, you know what I mean? I think it's to a point now where yes, we need regulations, but leave the flavors alone. Leave the bottle sizes alone, leave the tanks alone, I get it, don't advertise the flavors, but regulate the business, the industry. Don't stop the vapors from vaping.
You own a store?
No, I work at one.
Okay, so you work at one, so you're dealing with vapors every day?
Yes.
How in tune are they to the issues?
In all honesty, it's about a 50-50. Half are what is going on with this, and the other half are what can we do to stop it? And it always comes down to the same answer, make noise, be heard, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And if we sit back and let whatever's gonna happen, no changes are gonna happen in our favor. The more we get up and the more we fight together, the better off we're gonna be, right?
Do you think Canada and Canadian vapors are better off with S5 than without?
As it stands, no, but I do believe we are better off with regulations than to leave it alone. As proposed, I don't agree with it as proposed, but I do agree with a regulation of some sort.
So, are you hopeful at least for the country?
Yes. In my opinion, every vapor is a success story. And like I said, thank you for your fight and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
so
you
without
very much.
guys like you, the vaping industry could be lost.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Where are you from?
Grand Prairie, Alberta.
You're a vapor.
Yes.
How is that in Grand Prairie?
Oh my God, it's incredible. It's every day we're seeing new people come into the store, and we get so many thank yous, you saved my life kind of thing. It's just overwhelming. We have a father-in-law. He was 84 years old, or he is 84 years old, living with us. He couldn't take care of himself anymore because he's getting old.
He was a smoker?
He smoked for 60 years, chain smoked. Finally had to move down with us in the house. We won't allow smoking in the house, and he was too old or too feeble to go outside, so we got him vaping. Yeah, 2 years. He was vaping good. He never complained. He was in his bed vaping, enjoying himself,
Late in his years.
Yes, absolutely. When you get to that age, you want to live the rest of your years as peaceful and as graceful as you can, but it got to the point where we couldn't take care of him anymore, so we had to send him to the old folks home. Great, but they took his vaporizer away. He doesn't want to be there. He's very upset. So now he's outside smoking. Just standing on the curb outside the hospital. It's unbelievable. It's really sad.
And so, did you talk to them?
I have. The only answer I get from the hospital is no.
We're talking about Canadians, 70, 80, 90 years old.
Yeah.
They've given their life to the country in
have.
so many ways.
Absolutely.
And they did everything right in so
Yep.
many ways.
Yep.
And certainly starting smoking back then was not something that even you could blame them for.
No.
There's something really twisted, is there not?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because he had actually quit smoking.
He quit smoking for 2 years.
And the hospital doesn't care.
No. And it's so sad. I don't understand. I mean, he wants out. He wants out. He is making a big commotion now. If you just let him vape in his bed, in his private room, in his bed, or have a little vaping little thing inside so they don't have to go outside in the rain and stuff like that. It just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
It's a little disgusting if you ask me.
Oh, absolutely. I am disgusted, but at the same time, I'm staying positive. We have to stay positive and keep going.